Make a trap for GEFs and survive for 10 days? Lucky for you, that's what I was doing last night. What a coincidence. Okay, maybe I didn't survive for 10 days straight, but it was one hell of a ride. Let me tell you about it. Since GEFs ate most of my flesh, I wanted revenge for all the pain they caused me. When I hid under this tabletop, that's when I had two brilliant ideas. Wood and lanterns. Let's start with wood. But I needed a way to gather a lot of them in one place, which was at the edge of town. Because if you try to leave, a swarm of smilers will ambush you.
Is that Daddy Death? Oh my gosh,
Little did they know, they weren't the real monsters here. Boo. Luckily, I was able to drop my items and leave a piece of wood behind so I know how far I can go before getting violated again. That's when I started building. If I was going to survive, then the base would have to be long and thick. While you watch me build, Math asked if I had kids in my basement. Yes, I do. You too can join by clicking the link below. Hitchum asked why I have kids in my basement. Well, surprisingly, the GEFs didn't attack me that night, which was very strange.
Did you forget about me, pretty boy?
Oh well, I continued increasing the fort's length and started working on the roof after I was done. This didn't take as long as I thought, and I was able to start on the door. This is gonna take me forever. The walls had to be carefully placed so there's no space between them. After that was over, it was time to fortify it with smaller planks. No GEFs came that night either. I was starting to think I was a ghost. Oh well, it was nice getting a break from the chaos. When Dylan came by, it was time to put it to the test. But there was a problem. No GEFs spawned. That's when I realized it was cause of me. For some reason, the GEFs don't know where I am. But as soon Dylan walked in, that's when hell broke loose. GEFs wanted him for dinner. The only thing in their way was my base, which made it easy for me to kill them. My farm was starting to work until Dylan decided to leave. Well, I told you not to leave. This is what you get. Yeah, he didn't make it that night. Since the GEFs weren't coming after me, I decided to test my theory. I walked out of town far and no horde spawned. But that's not what I was here for. I needed to build the perfect GEF farm, and I wasn't going to waste this opportunity in front of me. The base was actually holding them off pretty good, even though I did get myself stuck. But at least they couldn't get in easily. The only person who died was Dylan, who went outside again. When he respawned, the GEFs came after me and I died too. 35 kills. That was pretty good, but I wasn't done yet. Hay and Crayon came with me to farm more GEFs this time. There was a lot of them. Even though it was night, they kept coming, which was exactly what we wanted. It was a bloodbath. Eventually, they overpowered us and broke through the farm. Okay, so the wood was good, but doesn't last as long as I wanted. So I decided to use lanterns. You're probably wondering, but Death, how is that any better than planks, my sugar plum? It's because the GEFs can't destroy them. Just watch and learn. At first I had to gather lanterns, which wasn't easy because I wanted to fill all my slots, which caused me to die over and over again, until I accidentally accepted death instead of reviving. You got to be kidding me. Anyways, I dropped my items and placed a plank where I can't cross so a horde can't spawn. Then I found Hay getting slapped around, so I helped him. Bro was so lucky. Building a small hut would help me place the lanterns in correct positions. When it was done, I put the lanterns on each side. When the GEFs came, Hay finally died for being too close to the door. Since I stayed in the middle, the lanterns prevented GEFs from getting in. But then Dylan came and was snatching the lights, ruining my perfect spot. I attempted to put them back together, but I was ambushed. Then I grabbed more lanterns. It wasn't enough, so I decided to make another base. I needed to see where I can place the lights in a perfect manner. Also, just in case GEFs came, so I won't die while building. Big GEF was not happy about my lack of flesh for his meal. After a while getting more lanterns, my screen was brighter than the sun. My eyes were hurting, but I didn't care. However, I couldn't see the space between lanterns for GEFs to get in. I was getting close to filling up all the gaps for GEFs to squeeze through. They were having a hard time reaching me, but then they found a way. After an hour of placing more and more lanterns, I was finally able to find the perfect spots. I was invincible. They couldn't find a way in. The only problem is that once I get close enough for them to bite, somehow they phase through the gaps. so I used a shotgun instead so they can't have a chance of biting me. But since I was on for a couple hours and my eyes were dissolving, I decided to call it quits. This is everyone who helped me the most on this crazy journey. Thank you guys for the help. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment what to build next. I will try my best to do it. Anyways, have a great day and I hope to see you in the next video. Later, bitches.